Happy Wednesday, all my fellow brothers and sisters in doll. It's me, your buddy Donnie, again with another Dolly review, and as always, telling it like a TI is. This particular video, I'm going to dedicate it for the boys. Okay, you ladies are welcome to stick around, but I'm going to address the men in the audience because the men in the audience were little boys at some point, and chances are these little boys, such as myself, who grew up in the 70s and 80s, had to endure a lot, and I mean a lot of bullying and ignorance, from people who found it, very objectionable for a boy to be playing with dolls. If you are a flower child or a bicentennial baby, you'll understand exactly what I mean. Those of us who are now in our 40s or 50s remember a time when, like I said, it was very frowned upon for boys to go anywhere near a doll. Okay. But, us little boys who happen to love dolls had to be very creative. Okay. To get around, people's ignorance and, as awful as it was, now that we're grown, we have to laugh at all the garbage that we had to go through just to play with our dollies. Warning, I'm about to get explicit here because I'm going to cite an anecdote of mine. When I was a child, I was in elementary school and I simply followed my mama's advice, mama's wisdom. Here it comes. And again, this little story I'm about to share with you is going to ring true and sound very familiar to the ears of, again, many little boys who, of the time, who are now adult men. Okay, get ready for this. Buckle up. Oftentimes, I would take my Ken doll, okay, to school. And during recess, I would play with my girlfriends because I was the only boy, who loved Barbies and Kens. And whenever I took my Ken doll, one of my Ken dolls, to school, to play with my friends, of course, there was hell to pay. Okay. And I mean hell to pay. One of the most common names that I was called, and I was called everything in the book, okay, was girl. Okay. I have never felt gender dysphoria, which is a very genuine and serious medical condition. Okay. But again, even that was, very rare, back then. Well, I digress. The point is that when other boys and even some girls would maliciously call me girl, okay, it really hurt my feelings. And it hurt my feelings because as a little child, again, a little child who did not suffer from gender dysphoria, okay, I have to, I can't stress this enough. I felt emasculated. I felt belittled, okay? I felt extremely uncomfortable and insulted in my very manhood. Yes, my manhood was wounded. Yes, I don't mean my anatomical manhood. No, I don't mean that. I mean my manhood in the sense that, again, I was just a little boy who happened to like dolls. Okay, I never thought for a second that liking dolls would make me, less of a man. I don't believe that. You know, and but again, the kids, even the adults, who would call me a girl or a woman, okay, for liking dolls, they did it very maliciously and also very ignorantly, if that term exists, because again, what did they think we're going to accomplish by calling me a female? What did they think? It hurt me. It hurt me very, very, very much because, like I said, I've always been very aware that I'm a boy. Okay. Um, and as aware as I've been of being a boy, I've always also been very aware that that I've always had some feminine tastes. Okay. There are things about me, that, are not traditionally typical masculine behaviors or traits. Okay. Um, but as an adult, I've reconciled my natural masculinity with whatever natural femininity I have. Okay. I am a man. Okay. Like I said, I do not have gender dysphoria. That's a whole other conversation. And so the way my little boy brain processed it was very, very painful, you know. And again, I did not, I never meant to either, wear women's clothing or wishing I had been born a girl. I never felt that way. Never, never, never. Honestly, I like being a boy. Okay. But as much as I enjoyed being a boy and I loved my natural anatomy, okay, the way I was born, again, I had to reconcile that with the fact that, I did have, and to this day I have, some very feminine tastes. And as an adult, I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it. It doesn't bother me anymore. I have reconciled, like I said, my masculinity and my femininity, to simply be the person that I am. Okay. But okay, let me not get too much into that. Let me get to the anecdote. Okay. So anyways, so oftentimes, even some teachers and a lot of boys would call me girl, girl, or woman, woman. And I didn't understand why, just because I like Ken and Barbie. Again, I didn't understand, why? Until, again, the bullying got so bad and I would get into fights all the time. All the time, I was in the principal's office, because, see, although as a child I had some feminine taste, I was not the Nelly little boy crouched in a corner that got beat up. Oh, no, 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 darling. When I got bullied, I would come out swinging. Okay. So I was not your stereotypical weak little Nelly boy in a corner. No, 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 no. I fought, and I fought tooth and nail, because damn it, ain't nobody was going to take my dolls or call me a freaking woman. Because I'm a boy. I really do not see how liking dolls takes away from my natural manhood. I'm a man, and that's that. I'm a man who happens to like dolls. And anyways, but it was traumatic. It hurt me, and it got to a point that sometimes I would come home crying, and I couldn't quite tell my parents why, because they weren't exactly crazy about me having Ken dolls anyways. So I knew that if I told them, look, they're calling me a girl because I have dolls, and then my parents would have been like, see, that's what you get. That's what you get. So because I didn't want to hear that, because I knew how my parents were going to react, I would often lie, and say that I fell or that they picked on me because I was fat, or I've always been a little butterball. I would, come up with different excuses telling my parents why I would come home in tears or all bruised up with, my clothes, tore because I was in a serious brawl. Until one day I just couldn't take it anymore. And I told Mom, I'm going to tell you something, but please do not tell Daddy, because, he's going to whoop me if he even finds out. So my mom is like, okay, baby, what is it? Look, I am really tired, okay, of being called a girl simply because I like Ken and Barbie. I don't understand why they do this to me. Why are they trying to tear me down, or at the very least be so blatantly inaccurate about misgendering me, okay, in on purpose? Okay, I'm just a little boy who likes dolls. Why are they labeling me female? I see between my legs. I know I'm a boy. Okay. So why are they doing this to me? It really hurt me. And then, oh, they're calling you a girl, aren't they? And then I go, so that's why you've been coming home, with all them bruises, scrapes, closed door, and crying. And then, yes, okay, you're not gonna stop liking dolls because people call you a girl, are you? And then I was like, no, mama, I don't. I still like dolls. Okay, so people can shout through a bullhorn, girl, 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 until they're blue in the face, and you're not gonna stop liking dolls, are you? And then I go, no, mama, no, no. Okay, do you think liking dolls makes you less of a man or less of a boy? And then I go, no, I really don't. I'm still a boy. I'm just a little boy who likes dolls. And then my mom gave me probably one of the most crude or crudest pieces of advice, but it was effective. Warning, I'm about to get explicit. My mama said, okay, you're not going to stop liking dolls because people call you a female, right? And then I go, right. Okay, so the next, and you have full permission of mine to do this. You won't get in trouble with me. Okay, next time in school, when you take your little Ken doll to play with your girlfriends, okay, and you play Barbie, and somebody, I don't care if it's another boy, a girl, or a teacher, oh yes, teachers will do that as well, calls you a woman or a girl because you're playing with dolls, this is what you do. You stand in the middle of the courtyard, pull down your pants, pull down your underwear, handle what the good Lord gave you, and say, does this look like a girl to you? And I guarantee you, ain't nobody gonna call you a girl no more. All right? Okay, mama, okay. Now, I was what, 6, 7, I don't know, 5 maybe. I don't remember exactly how old I was when she gave me that piece of advice. But next day at school, I followed suit. I did what my mama told me. I went ahead, played with my friends, and then of course somebody, hey girl, hey, you're a girl because you're playing. And then I said, okay, excuse me. Then I did just as my mama said. I got up right in the middle of the courtyard, where we had recess, and sure enough, pulled down my pants, my undershorts, grabbed on my twig and berries, and said, "Does this look like a girl to you?" A lot of people gasped. It's like, oh my God. It's like, because again, they did not expect me to do that. Now, even though my mother's advice was crude, to say the very least, it worked. Because from that day on, nobody at school ever, ever, ever called me a girl or woman for liking dolls. Okay. And I look back now, with laughter because it is funny. Okay. And the funny part, is that my mom's, again, very radical advice worked. It worked. It worked. And now I am not recommending this to anybody. I'm not making that recommendation because I'm not a parent. But at the time, in the early 80s, it worked for me. It worked for me. And I wanted to share this story with you because, like I said, I'm sure the offensive and relentless emasculinization or, plain malice and insults that all of us little boys who grew up in the 70s and 80s had to endure, okay, simply because we like dolls, you know. Again, I never felt this made me less of a man. I'm a man who happens to like dolls. Some women like trucks. Okay. And it's a double standard, not only in Latin America, but our Western culture is very, very biased to where a little girl could be climbing trees all day, playing basketball and beating her chest, and no one bats an eyelash. Oh, what a cute tomboy. But if a boy displays the slightest behavior or taste that isn't traditionally uber masculine, all hell breaks loose. Okay? But again, that was a different time. That was the 70s and 80s. Now, on to the doll. This is it's not really an unboxing, okay? Because since I happen to have another one, I decided to leave this one mint, and I guess sell it, for a rainy day if I have to. This is, according to this little booklet that came with most dolls, 1980. Okay, part of the Ken Fashion Favorites uh, um, collection. Okay, I loved it. I've always loved Ken's clothes. Okay, and again, I just loved it. You know, and anyways, as a child, um, I wasn't really aware of the sport of skiing, So to me, I simply thought these were pajamas, but I didn't understand why these pajamas, okay, would come with such heavy boots. If anything, the pajamas would have made more sense to, be accompanied by slippers or even bare feet, because these look like pajamas to me. I didn't know ski was even a sport. It existed. I was, too little. And anyways, again, this is Fashion Favorites, Ken. What can I say? It's beautiful. It's very 70s, even though it says 1980. Because remember, every decade, the beginning of every decade, is the leftovers from the previous decade. So the early 80s are really the late 70s leftovers. The 80s don't really kick in until 83, 84. That's when they come full swing. So, but anyways, and that there's not much to say about this little outfit, other than again, it's very cute. It's a onesie. Okay, it has enclosure in the back. Okay, it's very masculine. Okay, again, it's one of my favorite outfits. And again, I like it. I like it. I like it very much. I just thought I share this with you. Oh, and in the back, and by the way, is there's just the Barbie doll, be a fan that you could cut out, to be a member of the I'm a Barbie fan. No color graphics, no nothing. The only, color graphics is what you see here. This beautiful, rendering of Ken and Barbie, a little behind him. Now, I've said this in other videos, and I'll say it till I'm blue in the face. This artwork is, no, it was, is, and will always be the bomb. This style of drawing, of rendering what the dolls look like, really helped sell the dolls. It really did. Because had I seen this little outfit on the blister package with just, the word Ken on it without this artwork, I might not have been as excited to get it. But seeing Ken over there, it's like, it really did it for me. It really did it for me. Anyways, I thank you guys for watching. Okay, I appreciate you all very, very much, your comments, and again, I believe I have taken enough of your time. So bye bye for now. Have a wonderful day.